In the wake of this new wave of Michael mania, I'd like to introduce you to someone close to me who has actually worked with him. Meet Peggi Blue, one of the most unique singers you've probably never heard of. International performer, fashionista, vocal coach, and my beloved Grandma Blue. She passed away 2 years ago on May 19th, just 1 week after Mother's Day and 1 week before her birthday. And since today is her birthday, I thought I'd make this little tribute video talking about her beautiful and also complicated life, as well as how my mother and I now carry her legacy and memory. My grandmother and my mom's mother, Peggi Blue, was a very complex wonder to behold while she was here, and her resume as a performer speaks for itself. Some of her primary feats include, but are not limited to, performing as Aunt Em and Glinda in The Wiz on Broadway with Stephanie Mills, performing as Dahlia in Michael Jackson's musical, Sisterella, being a vocal coach on American Idol.
We're in work mode now. I'm going to run this one more time, and if you're still reading lyrics, that means you are truly not ready to do this gig. This is a gig, kids.
Singing around the world and working with some of the biggest names in the industry. Releasing several wonderful songs. Providing background vocals in the movie Fame. And winning the Star Search competition of 1986. She had a voice, stage presence, captivation, and fashion sense like no other. Singing and music was truly her life, her second tongue, and her escape from life's hardships. I won't share any personal details out of respect for her, but I will say that in addition to my grandmother being such a light in the music scene, she was also a very intricate person with a lot of pain in her past. Inspired by her last name, as well as my mother's funeral speech, Shades of Blue, I like to think that she had two primary sides, sky blue and midnight blue. Some moments she was sky blue and a delight to be around. Her laughter was infectious, her encouragement of others was pointed but sincere, and her love language truly was giving. I've heard stories of her literally giving clothes and jewelry off of her back to people in need, or letting others go shopping through her pantry in case they needed food, or practically throwing money at anybody who needed financial help. Even from my own experience, she made sure to never let a single birthday or Christmas go by without sending a heartfelt gift. She truly loved her little Juji. Other moments, she was midnight blue. That was when her pain took over and it clearly manifested from the inside out. She was constantly trapped in this cycle of hate and pain, and to this day, I'm not really sure she ever truly knew what real love was. And my mother remains the only person, or at least one of the only people, who truly saw both sides of her. Everyone else knows the Peggi Blue persona, but she knew the person. My mom, unfortunately, has a very complicated relationship with my grandmother, especially since my grandmother chose her career over motherhood, and that's the very thing that inspired her to be a great mother to me. Even through every painful moment, my mother still chose to be there both for me and for my grandmother, and it kind of feels like she's this metaphorical, cycle-breaking bridge between the two of us. Peggi Blue's death has had a painful effect on all of us who still cared about her, but especially my mother, who still grieves the good times that they did spend together, as well as the relationship that she wishes they had. Needless to say, though, my mother has inherited some pretty good traits from my grandmother and then passed those down to me, such as our love for the performing arts and for cooking and for fashion and for home organization and for gardening and for charity, etc. My mom definitely got her beauty from Grandma Blue, too. I mean, look at them. They're practically twins. I like to believe that my grandmother did make it into the arms of the Lord and is now surrounded by all of the love that she never truly knew in this realm. As for my mother and I, we continue to carry Grandma Blue's spirit with us everywhere we go, whether it be on stage or at work or at home. Anywhere that we know the best parts of her will show up. Moreover, two of her favorite things were butterflies and the color blue, and so anytime we see those symbols pop up in our lives, we know she's with us. In conclusion, I make this video to reflect on the beautiful and tragic parts of Peggi Blue's life and to share her memory with others, and I also make it to validate anybody who has a complex relationship with your parents or grandparents. As for you, Grandma Blue, you may have been reluctant to let us in and love you while you were still alive, but I do hope that you found that love now in the spirit. We love and miss you dearly. Rest in peace, and happy heavenly birthday.